Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket or are you just happy to see me?
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Sorry, I'm going to be off camera tonight because it's been a long day. Have a slight headache. Mowed the upper part of my parents' yard in 90+ degree Fahrenheit weather. So that's always fun. Yeah, that's always fun.
Mowing the lawn I hate it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan
of
it.
That and painting.
Yeah, but I'm not exactly a fan of mowing the lawn either. But I wanted to do it before the holiday tomorrow, so that way I could relax the day after. And two, I just checked the weather and found out that might rain tonight. So if I didn't do it today,
it would have been held tomorrow.
Yeah, held tomorrow or the next day because they're calling for some more rain tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
So, but my plan is to be streaming, hopefully if the servers work, because they were all types of fucked today for the game, The First Descendant, but I'm hoping tomorrow that they're fixed and up and running, so that way I can stream it tomorrow evening on my Kick and Twitch. So I will be on camera then. And, chat, you'll get a kick out of this. And I'll be showing this on camera as well. The Godzilla figure that gaming got from me from my throne arrived today before the Sailor Mars cosplay that the cosplay, in fact, that had shipped before the Godzilla figure. So I don't know if it's just because the cosplay came from China and that was all sorts of government red tape shit, and the Godzilla figure came from Japan. But all I know for sure with the Sailor Mars cosplay is that it departed the distribution facility in my city and should have made its way to the local post office today. But the fact that it's a federal holiday tomorrow means the soonest I would be getting it would be Friday. Unless by some miracle they deliver mail tomorrow, which is like hell would freeze over first because, like I said, it's a federal holiday. So nothing, basically, if your post office is part of the federal government, so they'd be closed. Anyway, but we have plenty of articles to talk about. I have 9 tabs total open. But before I say hello to the chat and welcome everybody, Stieg, let everybody know all about you, where they can find you, and all that fun stuff.
Okay, I'm a Taurus.
I'm surprised you know that much.
Yeah. I know what a day dress is now.
Yeah.
And other than that, I'm here twice a week. Sometimes I've been on Christie's channel for a few times now, though, lately, and on Teresa's channel. But that's pretty much it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm one of those weirdos who's not looking for followers or subs or anything. I'm just here. Hello.
Well, you are a weirdo, but we're talking weird news anyway, so that works.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm going to say hello to the chat from the top. This is the first comment I see from Apollo Patriot. Speaking of weirdness, but awesome weirdness, Mazza likes going to dill hops in New Zealand. Well, I'm not one to king shame Apollo. But
what's a dill hop?
I have no idea. No idea. As I said, speaking of weirdness. But welcome, Apollo. Good to see you. Gravy D, what is up? Trey, ready for the weird? Yeah. Stieg, you're my co-host. So, but I'm not reading this comment because I know there's going to be someone out there clipping this shit.
Well, to be fair, they could have clipped far worse things when you tell D&D stories.
Yeah, but still.
So you're fucked either way. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's ship was sailed years ago, lady.
So I'm surprised no one actually has, to be quite honest, given the stories that I've told that happened in D&D.
They should clip like bits and then glue them together, so it makes a really fucked up story.
Oh my god. Scissor Ronin, hello. Good to see you. Conroy, what is up? Keely, hello. Tiny Metal Trees, good to see you. Squibs, howdy. Good to see you. Mike Hill, what is up? Yeah, I saw the screenshots because that account blocked me. I can't even remember if I even interacted with them or not. I might have and pissed them off, but it's a Rings of Power account. But anyway, I got tagged by Mike Hill, and I saw the screenshots, and I'm like, it's
they have
what
a
they heard was happening season 2. So
they have a troll now that's based on Mike from.
yeah, I know that's retarded.
It's like, shouldn't you be basing it on Tolkien stuff instead?
Well, see, this is not based on anything Tolkien. It's like basically when I quote tweeted the one tweet, and I said that is not Anatar. That's what I said. That's not Anatar. And the account I quote tweeted responded and said it is indeed. If I had at all cared about responding to those retards, I would have said, no, it indeed is not, because nothing in this series so at all is any adaptation of anything Tolkien wrote. So therefore, the image you showed is not Anatar.
Yeah.
So yes, mowing sucks. Mara the mower, yes, but I helped them out, mowed their the way back lower part for them yesterday, and then mowed the rest of it today. And that's why I'm off camera. It always gives me a headache too, and it doesn't help that I am like allergic to outdoor basically seasonal allergies on top of all that shit. So you have the heat. You have the heat and the allergies, basically just like double whamming me.
Falling from the grass and shit.
Yeah, so basically I'm breathing it in as I'm mowing.
Yeah. So,
Gerfalcon, hello, howdy.
Hello.
So I can only like imagine that's because the cosplay is from China that it's going through some bullshit government red tape, which is why it's taking so long. But hello, Dr. Coffin Nails.
You know what's weird about the House of the Dragon?
Mm-hmm.
One guy, right, has the title, which is the Hand of the King, which is the king's advisor, basically. Yeah. And he gave the queen oral sex, so the hand gave her head. That's something to think about.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess in a weird way it makes sense. Anyway, hello everyone. But I have 9 articles to cover. You know, overall weirdness.
I have my dice ready too.
Yes, overall weirdness. What happens for those who were kind of new to these? Basically, Stieg rolls. Well, in this case, it would be a D10, I imagine, because it's 9 articles.
Yeah. I have a D10, a D8, and a D6.
Yeah. So basically, whatever number it rolls, like it hits, that's the article we cover from left to right on my screen. And yeah, so we got plenty to talk about. Even a dumb criminal article. So
yeah, that's a campaign promise. Yes, your Falcon.
Yes, that's a campaign promise, and
yeah.
I
give you
just saw
promise.
Your message when I sent the link. You said you liked Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Yeah, I gave it a 7, but they did something unforgivable near the end. They had a rap version of the Axel Foley theme.
What? Okay.
Which is kind of like, you don't fuck with themes.
No, you don't. There's usually a rap version.
Yeah.
All fucking things.
They had a rap version of another song too earlier. In bad grammar. So, that's my only complaint. Billy wasn't in it enough. Taggart was awesome.
So, whatever. But anyway, 9 articles. Roll the dice to see which one we cover first.
4.
Okay. This is not really weird, but we just talked about the Jurassic Park movie, so I figured talk about this because I think some people would be interested in it. Because we have the newly discovered horned dinosaur that's, quote, the largest and most ornate of its kind ever found. So it's the Lokiceratops rangiformis, whose relatives include the Triceratops, roamed what is now North America over 78 million years ago.
That one looks stupid.
Newly discovered horned dinosaur.
Look at it, though.
Mm-hmm.
That one can't be real.
So
it looks dumb.
I think it is. Like we're discovering new shit every year, pretty much because of like the layers of Earth. and like how basically long the Earth has been around. And I like the beak, basically. Like, basically, birds evolved from dinosaurs, so they have beak-like mouths right here. So, basically, going from back in 2019, paleontologists working in Montana unearthed the fossilized remains of a strange horned dinosaur. After reconstructing the specimen, the team now believes they've discovered a brand new species. Researchers named the dinosaur Lokiceratops rangiformis, or Loki's horned face that looks like a caribou. A reference to the Norse god Loki. This horned behemoth is a member of the ceratopsids, a group of herbivores best known for their impressive head frills. Now, this discovery is challenging former ideas about horned dinosaurs' evolution and diversity over 78 million years ago. So here is the skull itself. So basically this image here is a reconstruction of this.
Looks almost like a hip bone in a way.
So, maybe the top parts, but not really. This is like, these are horns.
Yeah.
That's the snout. So, and you see what looks like at least horn appendages up here. So I'm looking at this because there's like two big ones up here and small ones. According to a study published in June 2024, researchers digging in the Badlands in northern Montana in 2019 unearthed the fossilized remains of the Lokiceratops rangiformis, one of the largest ceratopsian dinosaurs to ever roam the earth. So without like going to the entirety into this article, this is like another artist rendering of it. It's a possibility. Let me see the chat. Hey, Hound, good to see you. Triceratops are the only ones who take on the T-Rex. Maybe. Making sure I don't miss anyone. Look, yeah, look, you got a dinosaur named after him. Yeah, I'm just like catching up on the chats.
It's kind of weird that they're using the English word for Loki and not the actual word.
What do you mean the actual word?
It's supposed to be with an E, not an I. That's how it's written in all the Scandinavian languages. The problem is we pronounce
the anglicized version. They're most likely using the anglicized version of the spelling. So
yeah, they are. You know, you know where it came from?
What?
That version? We pronounce the I as you guys pronounce the E.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it got, changed.
So, yeah. But here is a size comparison to humans. Given like how big they think it is. I'm assuming like these colored are the bones that were found. So this is basically just a rough estimate. Estimate 22 feet in length and weighed over 11,000 pounds, which is roughly the same as an African bush elephant. This is
Did
actually
you see
cool.
that they found out that elephants actually call each other by names?
Yeah, I know. They're sentient.
Yeah.
That's why I love elephants. Basically, they'll recognize themselves.
Awesome.
They'll recognize themselves. That's how smart they are.
They'll recognize humans too.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought I saw this and this is kind of cool. We just talked about Jurassic Park and Lost World Jurassic Park and the fact that they're discovered a new ceratopsian species. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah, there it is, chat. Let's stop sharing that screen. Oh, well, it's an herbivore, so unless it was territorial, it wouldn't go out of its way to kill an elephant. because because ceratops, like the ceratopsians, those triceratops, and like so basically were herbivores, meaning they only ate plants. So unless they were like disputing territory, they would not go after elephants.
Or if something came close to their babies.
No, I'm saying it's like, it would be like basically a territorial thing. So
Yeah.
so it'd be like out of protection, defense, what have you. It wouldn't be out of hunting.
Most animals actually attack people if they get startled.
So well, I know like about the hippopotamus. They are extremely dangerous.
Yeah,
But that's like
they
kind of
are.
also a territorial thing also.
They also kill for fun. It's one of the only animals that do that.
So hey, Ms. Martin Muses.
Hello, Teresa.
Yeah. But anyway. Okay, so now we're down to 8 articles. Here's the territorial.
What do you think I rolled?
A 10?
I'm rolling a D8.
Oh, you D8? I don't know. 4
Okay.
again.
No, 5. Wrong. You lose.
All right.
You fucked up today.
Oh darn! Whatever will I do?
I know. This like ruined everyone's day now.
Anyway, so this is apparently. I mean, it's Las Vegas, so anything fucking goes at this point.
You know what though? I found a similar article about Romania.
So
Same monolith.
same monolith.
Yeah, different article, but it was in Romania, I think it was.
So I just think basically it's 2001. 2001 is happening. That's my guess.
Or someone.
These
just put
things have
them
been springing up.
Yeah. So the weird thing is though, there was an article about
Because it's first it was Utah, then Romania, and California, Spain, Wales, and Paraguay.
Yeah. Might be an elaborate prank, but it's still weird that it's very random.
Yes. Well, extremely random because you have 2 states, then a Eastern European country, a Western European country, part of the United Kingdom, South America.
Yeah. Could be some in Africa too that we haven't seen.
Yeah. So metallic monoliths began to be found in late 2020 by unsuspecting viewers in seemingly random locations around the world, often evocative of science fiction movie prop. The mysterious objects capture the public's attention and frequently drew crowds hoping to catch a glimpse of the bewildering columns. So earlier this month, another gleaming prism materialized outside of Las Vegas. Again, it's Las Vegas, anything goes. So the first one was in Utah in November 2020. Now it's a group of workers conducting a count of bighorn sheep noticed a reflective object. So, like I said, I still think it's 2001. 2001 is happening. So basically, in the days and weeks that followed, monoliths began to pop up around the world atop a California mountain, ruins of Spanish church, on the hills of a New Zealand adventure park, rose in the Romanian city of Piatra. I'm not going to try pronouncing that. I'll butcher it. Welcomed by the city's mayor. My guess is that some naughty, terrifying alien teenagers left home with their parents' UFO and started planting metal monoliths around the world, according to the Romanian city's mayor. All right. I don't speculation. Like at this point, who's behind the monoliths?
Yeah,
I think it's
a prank.
Mostly, I think it's like an extremely elaborate prank that's basically as the how do I put this?
It would be good if they had checked
worldwide reach.
If they had checked the coordinates, see if it fits a pattern.
Yeah, I'm saying because I'm not seeing a pattern, but So but I know they gave the location of at least a Romanian city. I could likely find the coordinates for that. But this here just says Red Rock Country, so that I have no idea. Like they'd be like that's a large area in the like that remote section, but so there's no way to pinpoint it there. They don't. So I'm gonna just open this link in a new tab, see if they give like the actual adventure park. Christchurch Adventure Park in the Port Hills. That's where it popped up. Christchurch Adventure Park. That's an interesting name for a park. Anywho. Yeah, even there with me, damn those alien teenagers. But hey, Chunk, hello again.
Makes me think of the Prince of Darkness movie.
Do you think it's the government? You know what? With an election coming up, I would not put it past the fuckers to try distracting people with something as stupidly elaborate as this. I'm not saying I believe it. I'm not saying I believe it. I would not put it past them.
They popped up in 2020 though.
I'm saying basically because 2020 was an election too.
Yeah.
And then continuing to this year.
Yeah, they popped up with 30,000 votes for Biden in them.
Yes, and it was November of 2020, which is when we hold our election.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying I'm not putting it past them. Stranger shit has happened. I'm not saying it's definite. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I would not put it past them. But anyway, to me, I figure like the aliens have had 4 years to make their presence known if it's been extraterrestrials. At this point, right now, like they're basically just fucking with us, if that's the case. But I think it's just an extremely elaborate hoax. You have like the basic time in between, which means possibly the time to create a new one, a new monolith of sorts, and then figure out where you're going to put it.
It's put up to attract immigrants.
Because it's not like it's basically they all sprang up at the same time.
No,
is this for aliens? Is this for aliens? Aliens would like have like those coordinates pinpointed, planned, and the monoliths just appear all of a sudden, each location, same time.
You know what's weird? If you take all the land masses in the world and shove them together to form one continent,
including like what Pangea was,
including the South Pole and all that, everything, right?
Right. You're talking about Pangea,
I guess.
Yeah, because basically the continents were connected all at one point before they split.
That's Pangea. But if you put them together, the dead center would be the pyramids.
So yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, exactly. It's why those landmarks. I'm saying like aliens. Look, do I entirely believe like there's life out there? Depends, basically. Depends because there's like the universe is vast. But at the same time, these landmarks are so fucking random that it doesn't make any sense. If it were aliens again.
I mean,
in a way, it would make sense because you'd be able to like take the coordinates and like extrapolate possibilities from them. They're all over the place.
And so some of them were in towns.
Yes,
it would have been seen if someone's. Yeah.
So, but anyway, just like basically weirdness. So speculation. I think it's just an elaborate hoax.
Yeah.
But there it is. So if you see a monolith. I mean, I joke that it's 2001. It's 2001: A Space Odyssey is happening, but
I still haven't seen that one.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I did watch 2 movies you told me to watch, though.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Puppet Master and They Live.
Yep. And what did you think of those?
Puppet Master, I thought was a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely rewatchable. You know, one of those. They Live, I thought was overrated. I'd just give it a 5.
Steve just wants to stir the pot. But anyway, the Puppet
No,
Master.
no, I'm being honest.
I know.
Yeah.
But the Puppet Master movies really, they don't follow their own continuity. So they're like overall enjoyable to watch in of themselves. But you'll notice, like, because there's like multiple Puppet Master films following the first one, that they change the continuity when it comes to the origins of the puppets creators.
Hmm. Well,
So the is it the third one? One of them actually goes back to Nazi Germany, and the puppets basically kill Nazis. I think it's the third one. It's one, like, you know, it's definitely after the second one.
yeah.
So.
I'm definitely looking forward to watching more of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, that's what I'm thinking of. I want to say it's 3, but it could be 4. But anyway, it's one of those. But hello, Orange Chat. Orange Chat. While you're in the chat, just so you know, so I'm not sure if you've created the thumbnails or anything like that for the singles. But next week, Steve and I are doing the top 10 because it works best for his schedule right now. So the weeks after that, if it works for you, we'll be doing the 1s and 2s and the singles then. So basically, like the third, fourth week of this month, rather than the second and third.
Basically, it works a lot better for me if we do them. If I get to do the streams in a row, because on my end they start at 2:30 at night, so it's kind of, you know.
So, I figure Orange Chat while
easier.
You're here, mention it so that way there's no.
It's basically easier to maintain staying up late for a week rather than staying up late for a while and then go back to normal and then screw it up again, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because, like I said, these streams start 2:30 at night my time.
Yeah, there were a lot of Puppet Masters, and I've told people just watch them for each one as it is. If you're like at all expecting them to remember anything about the continuity, in the previous movies, just forget that.
Well, if that's how they start out, it's fine.
No, I'm saying I'm just. I don't want someone to come back and be like, wait a minute, they gave this guy's origin story as this and this one, but then like it's changed in this one. Like they don't even bother.
Yeah. Well, you know,
for me, they're enjoyable as is, pretty much because 9's World War II one. I can't remember. I just remember like one. They kill Nazis. Like you really just watch them.
Which is ironic that the ones where they killed Nazis is number 9.
I'm just saying that basically, like that you don't really watch them for continuity. You watch them to see like the puppets. Basically, it's a puppet slasher movie. It's like this is what they are. Hey Nick, hello. Yeah, I'm not even, I said okay. All right, good. Stop at 2. Stop at Pumpkin 2. Anyway. Okay, so now we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4,
7.
5, 6, 7. Hold on.
Because we've done 2, right?
Yeah.
You had 9, so that means 7.
Okay, I had an extra tab open because I clicked on the hyperlink in the article, so I had to make sure I closed the right tab. Yeah, so we have 7.
Number 7.
All right. All right, the dumb criminal one.
Yeah, that one was amazing. Yeah. People will, well, if it's the one I think, yeah.
Yeah. How? I see. I don't read these chats before we talk about them because it's basically this is my genuine reaction to the weirdness. But how the fuck do you call the police on yourself?
Oh,
while you're swimming a car.
Just wait until you get to the why. It's amazing.
All right. Zoom in a little bit. So when people want to steal something, you'd think it would be common sense to want to keep your plans under wraps to prevent being caught. But one woman decided to do the opposite after calling the police on herself while attempting to steal a car. All right, so on Friday, May 31st, Florida woman, because we have a Florida woman story, Chrissy Turman was reportedly in the process of stealing a car from a car yard. She had broken into a car dealership with the intent to take one of the vehicles on display. But during the act, she decided to thwart her own plan when she called the police on herself. All right, so Lee County Sheriff's Office says their night took a bizarre twist when they fielded the call saying Thurman had called believing that she alerted authorities to what she was doing, that it would be legal.
Yeah.
Yeah, dumb criminal.
It's legal to steal if you tell the police you're stealing.
Yes. Allow myself to introduce myself.
Yeah, just
stealing a car.
Just think about that one. Think about the logic of that thought process.
I'm just like, that's what I'm trying to wrap my head around, because it's like that the thought process of it's fine if I report my theft before I do the theft, so that way it'll be legal.
Yeah, the thought process it's not there. It's just what? It's freaking amazing. It's a perfect retarded crime.
Lost or selling drugs, yes. So it's perfectly legal now.
Yeah.
So a female stated that she was attempting to steal a vehicle from the dealership parking lot and wanted the police to know. Deputies arrived on scene and observed the suspect exiting the side of the stolen Toyota Corolla. So why did she do it? She was participating in a game of black ops to steal a car and was hoping telling deputies in advance would make the carjacking legal. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but luckily, they arrived before she had time to steal the car, so she was really just charged with trespassing. So,
still though, if I tell the cops it's legal.
It was the woman's 6th arrest since 2005.
Yeah. Did she call the cops on herself those times too?
I don't know, but she's had a history for the past 19 years. Six arrests in 19 years, which is basically an arrest roughly every 3 years.
Makes me think she probably got away with some crimes too in between there.
Oh yeah, definitely, because she's really only charged with petty theft, robbery, and aggravated battery, and it's part of her criminal history. So basically, she could have could have been multiple times where she wasn't caught either stealing with something.
Yeah.
But this time she's like, I'll confuse them by calling on myself first.
Yeah. Can't charge me if I told you.
Yeah. Game of Black Ops, yeah. No, she was not on drugs. She just thought that it would make it legal if she reported it first.
Yeah. What if she called the police and said, yeah, I'm going to kill someone, so you can't arrest me now. Bye.
Yeah. Well, shit. She found the loophole, ladies and gentlemen. She found the loophole. It's not a crime if you report it first, before you do it.
Yeah, it doesn't count, because I'm the one who told you.
Yes.
Oh.
That's just, that's beyond stupid. That is beyond stupid.
It's painful, that one.
Especially because it's like the utter lack of thought process in that.
Yeah.
I've
if
seen
someone
some
screws up, that's fine, but
yeah. But they're screwing up as a result. She actually physically pulled out her phone and purposely dialed 911.
Yeah.
Before committing the crime.
Yeah.
Women, you're not helping our fucking cases.
I'm surprised, given her lack of thinking, that she knew how a phone works.
Yes, you're not helping. You're not helping get rid of the stereotypes when you do this shit, women. Anyway,
Yeah.
so now we're down to 6 articles.
Yep. 3.
All right. Oh, Trey, one of yours. An Arizona museum tells the stories of ancient animals through their fossilized poop. And if I had been on camera tonight, ladies and gentlemen, if my head weren't still like a numbing headache from today, from the long day, remind me tomorrow, chat. Remind me tomorrow. I'll try to remember myself, but remind me tomorrow. My family actually has a thing of fossilized dinosaur dung. And based on what we were told, we can tell it was a plant eater based on what you can see in the fossilization.
It would be funny if you showed it off and it turns out it's so big it's in a wheelbarrow.
No, it's not. We actually got it for my mom, as kind of semi-gag gift for her to use as a paperweight. But we do have a piece of fossilized dung.
You know what would be kind of funny? You know those racks in parks and stuff where there's boxes for dog poop and all that?
Mm-hmm.
What if someone doesn't have a dog, but they're walking a cow or something like that? That's their pet.
Well, I've seen people. I have seen people, but I've seen videos of people walking pigs. They have pets as pets.
Well, let's say
ducks, geese.
Let's say it's a bull though, and they pick up like a trash bag of poop in the park and put it on those racks, and the weight will just tip the rack over.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have fossilized dinosaur. That's why when you sent this article, I was like, "This is actually we have fossilized dung. We have fossilized dinosaur dung." Yes, we got my mom dino shit.
Oh.
For Christmas one year as a paperweight, and I can show you guys tomorrow.
Was she happy with it?
She laughed. She's like, basically, she's cool like that. She got a kick out of it.
Oh.
So one way to help tell how Tyrannosaurus Rex digested food is to look at its poop. That's what we were told, basically, because you could see, based on the fragments within the fossilization itself, you could tell if something was a plant eater or a meat eater based on whether or not it looked like possible plant fossilization within the dinosaur dung itself or bone. We were told that one we have was an herbivore, plant eater. So based on what you could see within it. Or not within it, but that's essentially was poking out as part of the fossilization. So bone fragments in a piece of fossilized excrement at a new museum in northern Arizona, aptly called the Puzium, are among the tinier bits of evidence that indicate T-Rex wasn't much of a chewer, but rather swallowed whole chunks of prey. The sample is one of more than 7,000 on display at the museum that opened in May in Williams. I really want to go there. Williams, Arizona. Fund my trip, chat. Fund me a trip to Williams, Arizona. So I can visit this Puzium. Along Route 66. The Puzium features a bright green T-Rex cartoon character sitting on a toilet to grab attention of the buzzing neon lights and muffled 1950s music emanating from other businesses. So... there it is. Oh, the thinking man pose. I love that. On the toilet. So from there his fascination grew. And he bought his first chunk of fossilized feces from a shop in Moab, Utah when he was 18. And from there his fascination grew. Yeah, fossilized feces from animals that lived millions of years ago. Range from minuscule termite droppings to a massive specimen that weighs 20 pounds. Now that is one big pile of shit. Yeah. Let me see if they show any pictures. Like this here. Fossilized coprolite in a casting at the Puzium. Largest coprolite by a carnivorous animal. Measures 2 feet 2.5 inches long. Can't see how wide it is because this is blocking that certificates. But 2 feet, nearly 2 feet 3 inches long.
It's like a baby.
You thought it would be a smaller creature. So a highlighted collection and 6 inches wide. It's believed to be from a T-Rex given where it was found on a private ranch in South Dakota in 2019. So it could have been from a juvenile T-Rex. Or like,
Yeah, not a
baby T-Rex. But yeah, I'll try to remember chat, but tomorrow when I stream, and I'm hoping to stream the first Descendants tomorrow if the servers are working, I'll show you guys the fossilized dino dung. Yeah, so yeah, they have T-Rex shit. And when the T-Rex is so angry, the poor guy can't wipe. Nope. But I gotta find a way to get a fund going so I can go to this museum in Arizona. Because there's this location I want to go to, and there's another location I want to go to, and you guys will get a kick out of this. But because I've seen videos of this fudge factory located, I believe, in Missouri, but the town name and the fudge it's a fudge factory, takes full fucking advantage of the name of the town. All right, full fucking advantage of the name of the town because the name of the town is Uranus, and it's a fudge factory. And their slogan is the best fudge is made in Uranus. I want to go there just for that shit.
We have a town called Hell.
Yeah. I'm serious, Trey. Look it up. And they take full advantage. Hey, Gravy's even confirming it. It is. It's real. And their slogan is the best fudge is made in Uranus. They take full advantage of the fact that they're located in a town called Uranus. Yeah, poop can be fossilized. Poop can be fossilized.
Yeah, same because it's organic.
Yeah. So town called Hell and Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying they lean into that meme. We're literally a fudge factory in a town called Uranus, so we are going to lean into that. Trade phrasing. A little bit of phrasing, Trey.
What if someone has a seizure there? Or gets to third base?
So they got to third base in Uranus?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway. But like I said, I want to visit that fudge factory based on what they do. Yeah. Get your bags get your bags packed. I gotta find I somewhere on Instagram I had a reel saved of a guy who's you can get shirts. They have shirts. They have shirts. But anyway, need to stream that. I ever get there, I will. But I gotta find
the
saved reels.
It would be a stream coming from Uranus.
Saved. I save a lot of shit because Steph and I send each other a lot of reels. Let me just see something. Let me see if I can find it. They have an account. Hold on. Let's see if I can find the reel.
A reel from Uranus?
Okay, yes. Okay, well, I'm going to play this chat. Okay, so hold on. Me present my screen.
Fun waiting in Uranus. Hold
on, let me just go back and then play it again.
If you've ever made the drive from St. Louis on 44, you've seen so many signs for Uranus, Missouri. And before you think, come on, Jaron, you're better than that, you're right, I am. But they are not. 20 miles, there's these billboards that say things like, big fun waiting in Uranus, live bait in Uranus. And you think, okay, but it's just a town called Uranus. No, they know their main attraction, the thing that they want you to pull off the highway for, is a fudge factory. The Uranus Fudge Factory. The slogan on the billboards is, the best fudge comes from Uranus. And if you think for a second that's going to make me pull off the road and add an hour to my trip to go buy some fudge from this fudge factory, you know me, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. As I walked out, they said, thanks for picking Uranus. Some good fudge. If you've ever made the drive from St. Louis.
Yeah. But that's it.
You know what this commercial should be? Fudge from Uranus. Can you dig it?
Oh God. I think like their slogan works just as well. The best fudge comes from Uranus.
Yeah. So.
Well, Gravy like gets to drive there and get some fudge for the rest of the chats. Don't be like a Scrooge or anything. But I'm saying it's juvenile humor, but fucking hell, it works.
There should be a Beavis and Butthead episode set in that place.
Yeah. Okay, we have 5 articles left. A Gravy will drive, yeah.
3 again.
All right. As I said in my tweet, from history to present, grisly 18th century love notes sewn with human hair to be displayed at London Museum. Anna Marie Radcliffe likely embroidered the message with the hair of her husband, James Radcliffe, who was executed in 1716 for rebelling against the King of England. Stone with human hair.
I bet the letter has a heading.
Mm-hmm. So, right here. After her husband was executed in May 1716, Anna Marie Radcliffe sat down to do some embroidery, but she used unusual tools. For cloth, she used the bedsheet from his Tower of London prison cell, and for thread, she used human hair, possibly plucked from his severed head. This embroidered bedsheet is an extraordinary item which would have taken months or years to create. It's not just care and devotion. No, that's fucking crazy. Determined to protect the memory of her husband long after his death. So her husband, James Radcliffe, the 3rd Earl of Derwentwater, was executed on February 24, 1716 for his involvement in the Jacobite Rebellion of 1715. They tried and failed to put the son of the deposed Catholic king back on the throne. He was sent to the Tower of London to wait the beheading. So yeah. They were married in 1712 and had 2 children. Yeah. Okay, hold on. It says he was executed at the age of 26. If that's him, boy, it was a fucking hard 26 years. I know that's a wig. You fucking British with your, like, powdered, like, in the 17th, 18th century, like, powdered wigs and shit. But I'm looking at the painting, and I'm like, that's kind of a little bit of a hard 26 years.
Well, maybe did a lot of drinking and got wiggy with it.
Okay, that's not.
Oh, come on.
No.
5 out of 10. Oh.
Anyway, he was executed at the age of 26, and his heart was sent to an Augustinian convent. Anna Maria was given his body with his head sewn back on. Ugh.
Why?
That would have given her the opportunity of removing some of his hair. And we do know that obviously taking locks of his hair was quite a common thing for people to do. Yeah, taking locks of hair, like just locks and keeping them as such, might have been common. Like, yeah, that's relatively common. But to take the hair and sew it into a bed sheet?
Well, she's probably really fucked up, which is why he looks so old.
Yeah.
He had to live with that.
They believe also they should possibly use some of her own hair, since the hair sewn into it basically looks like two distinct colors. She later fled the country with her children, settling in Brussels in hopes of raising them Catholic. Sadly, she died in 1723 from smallpox. So about what, seven years later?
It would be fun if scalpers sold it on eBay.
Doesn't say how old she was. I imagine they got married young back then. When I say young, I mean like young.
Yeah.
So she probably she was only probably likely in her 20s as well when she died. But yeah, she sewed his hair into a bed sheet.
Yeah. The head of the bed.
Yes, it's taking it a little too far. Yes, taking it just a little too far. I mean, I get keeping a lock of hair. Guess people do that. Yeah, it was his hair, and they think it was also part of her hair. But she took the hair off of his dead body.
From the head or from elsewhere?
It says, I was going to say it says the head, but fucking hell, you pervs. The cranium head, not the other one.
Okay.
But she took hairs from his corpse and added hers because it says there's either way, looks like two distinct colors. So yeah. I'm not sure what she did, but yeah. But she's embroidered a love letter in remembrance of her husband with human hair. And compared to the dead to divorce her. I guess a marble busts were also too expensive. Well, he was an earl, so they could afford it. Despite the tarnished reputation of like him being arrested and beheaded, he was an earl, so they were well-to-do. So they weren't exactly poor. Anyway, 4 more articles left.
Yeah, that one was nasty.
Yes. But weird.
Since we spoke about Uranus earlier, I rolled a 2.
All right. Medieval nun faked her own death to escape convent and, quote, pursue carnal lust. Joan of Leeds created a makeshift dummy to throw Archbishop Melton off track. She then fled to a town 30 miles away and was never seen again. Speaking of crazy chicks, I didn't say I wasn't necessarily one. I just said you all are pervs. So, well,
she calls me a perv too. Well, not really. You don't really call me a perv though. Is it twisted? Yeah, it's
weird, twisted.
Yeah, she thinks it's weird that I put weird things in a horror game.
Yes, 14th century. So this is from she lived in the 14th century. So committing to the lifelong pursuit of being a nun and living in a convent is one that requires extreme commitment, particularly in the 14th century. For Joan of Leeds, a rather rebellious English nun at St. Clement's Nunnery in York, a change of pursuits required extreme measures, namely, escape. Archivists at the University of York recently uncovered Joan's fascinating backstory while translating and digitizing 16 registers of York's archbishops used to document current events between 1304 and 1305. What they found was a tale of intrigue and admirable cunning, as Joan faked her own death by creating a dummy in the likeness of her body and placing it among actual corpses before running away. The HuffPost reported. Changing one's mind about life in a nunnery was a substantial faux pas at the time due to both the gravity of the religious commitments being broken, as well as the limited agency women experienced in medieval times. York's religious leaders were highly displeased at her actions. No shit. So yeah. She now wanders at large to the notorious peril to her soul into the scandal of all her order, wrote Archbishop of York William Melton in a record book dated 1318. From the surface evidence alone, detailing Joan using a dummy, burying it in the place that would strongly point to her being dead, escaping the convent strictures was clearly a priority that outweighed any potential consequences or retribution. A note in the register explained that she impudently cast aside the propriety of religion and the modesty of her sex by faking her death in a cunning, nefarious manner, which had her simulate a body illness where she pretended to be dead before placing her makeshift look-alike in a sacred place among real dead members of her religious order. I mean, she got creative.
Yeah, she must have really wanted that.
So, after successfully fooling the Benedictine sisters into burying the dummy, Joan fled St. Clement's and traveled around 30 miles to reach the town of Beverly. So, when he discovered what she had done, he commanded a subordinate to retrieve her. It's entirely unclear if Melton's church officials ever located Joan, if she was to create a new life for herself, or whether she even returned to the convent on her own volition. It was fairly well established, however, is that the long-term career choices were okay. All right. Yeah, so like I said, she got creative.
She was told not to have sex and wanted none of it.
Here's all of this full of puns today, aren't you? Oh, they're starting the fireworks early. Happy pre-4th of July, ladies and gentlemen.
I wonder if they started early in Uranus.
I bet they did.
Probably there's a blast in Uranus.
I'm not touching that one. I'm not. So, what was the dummy from? I don't know, but it somehow fooled these nuns.
Is it from Puppet Master? Maybe.
No, they're too small. But anyway, I got kicked out of the title. So I'm like, well, that's weird. Hey, Nicholas the Terrible. It's weird. But it worked. Yes, and thus the first sex doll was born. Yes. Okay, 3 more articles left.
Yep. Number 2.
You're still on number 2, aren't you?
Well, I rolled a 4, but I'm,
Mm-hmm.
Rolling a d6. So 3 and 4 would be 2.
A New Jersey man flies to Florida to attack another player over an online gaming dispute.
This is something you might do, and you know it.
No, I just burned the game devs headquarters down. That's what I would do. I don't give a fuck about the other players. I talk shit about them. My real rage is at the game devs. So.
Yeah, you tend to lose your shit if you take damage in the game.
Well,
including D&D.
Yeah, because
I've heard it.
Every time you include a creature, I'm like, I nearly die.
Yes, but as soon as you start taking damage, your mood changes. It's a thing.
Yes. Anyway. An online gaming dispute made its way to the real world when a New Jersey man flew to Florida to attack another player with a hammer. Edward Kang, 20, is charged with attempted second-degree murder and armed burglary with a mask, according to Nassau County court records.
It would have been so much fun if they were playing Warhammer.
I will laugh so hard if it's over Fortnite. Kang and the victim, another young man around the same age as Kang, had never met in real life, but they both played Arcade, a medieval fantasy massively multiplayer online role-playing game. The game's publisher announced in April that it would be shutting down servers in Europe and North America on June 27th, citing a declining number of active players. I want to see what the dispute was over. So Kang. All he says, once in custody, Kang told investigators that the victim is a bad person online. He also asked deputies how much jail time people got for breaking and entering an assault. But not really what the dispute's about. Just he said the victim was a bad person. Bad person online. That I would be like, no shit. People are fucking assholes online.
Well, not just that though. The victim cried for his stepfather, so it might have been a teenager living at home.
Well, he says around the same age, so he's in his like late teens to early 20s. It says the victim was walking out of his bedroom when he was confronted by Kang, who hit him on the head with a hammer. The two struggled as the victim called for help. His stepfather responded and helped restrain Kang until police arrived. So yeah, I'm saying like the guy was young.
Yeah, like.
But they're both around 20 years old.
The victim's a bad person online in a multiplayer game, and then he shows up with a hammer.
Yeah, I know.
Who's really the worst of the two, right?
I'm just saying it's like, and I'm like, no shit. It's online multiplayer. You're going to come across a lot of fucking assholes.
Yeah.
The thing is, normal people would never fucking meet them because we don't give a shit. Because we move on. We move on. We get into another lobby or whatever. I'm like, okay, we don't have to deal with that dickhead. So this article doesn't go into why he did it or what about the other person made him a bad person online. Just like that was like what the guy said. So
it should have included that.
Yeah.
Stole his loot or something, right?
I mean, you can do that. Even like in World of Warcraft, I believe you can steal other gamers' loot. You can in other games too. You can like steal from other players. It's online, so it's not like you're really stealing from them. It's a pain in the ass when you have to deal with it if you're the one getting stolen from. But at the same time, it's not like your actual possessions getting taken. It's like what is it like in the Ark games, Ark survival games? You can steal shit from other players.
Yeah. In the Conan game, you can wreck other people's houses.
Yes. They would have cried in like any really early Call of Duty lobby days, early Halo lobby days. They would have cried.
Heck, in any game back in the day.
So I'm saying, like, yeah, that's why I said, like, no shit. The other guy survived. He had injuries. So basically, it was attempted second-degree murder and breaking and entering and so forth. But attempted. So, like, he's saying, like, that, like, the guy he tried to fucking murder was a bad person online.
Yeah. Even if that was true, it's still rather extreme. I mean, there's probably a block button.
Well, they're like, like you can mute other players. You can like, in some games, lobbies, you can block another player.
Yeah.
Hey, Jam. Yeah, so I'm not sure about the game itself is now closed, so I don't even know if he could do that, but still,
yeah,
not fucking worth driving.
It would be so much fun if
from Jersey to Florida.
What if those two were the last two players? That would make it even more epic, wouldn't it?
Would have been. I doubt they were. Anyway, yeah. Like I'm saying, again, we don't know. At least that article didn't go much about the victim. But at the same time, even if the victim was a dickhead online, he didn't deserve that.
No.
Well, it's like Trey's comment here, which I have here.
Oh, okay? They're talking about fictional characters. Fictional characters. Am I getting through to you at all?
Entirely fiction. Entirely fiction, basically an online persona. Through a game. Anyway, 2 more articles, ladies and gentlemen.
Number 2 again.
And it's stuck on number 2.
Yep. It's stuck in Uranus.
A giant sinkhole swallows the center of a soccer field built on top of a limestone mine. Well, there's your first mistake, building it on top of a mine.
And you know what? That really happened. Let that sink in. And mind your own business.
Yes, like. Yes. So, a giant sinkhole has swallowed the center of a soccer complex that was built over an operating limestone mine in southern Illinois, taking down a large light pole and leaving a gaping chasm where squads of kids often play. No injuries were reported Wednesday morning. Well, obviously, because no one was on the field at the time, and no one was hurt.
That's where you take the kickoff, too.
Security video captured.
It could have included the video. Well, there
Right
it
here.
is.
Since 1848, the
Great.
Associated
Ad.
Press has been the most
Skip.
trusted source for elections results.
No, you haven't. Ooh,
Damn, it's quick, too.
yeah. Oh, sinkholes can be like really fucking quick.
We don't have those. As far as I know, never heard of a sinkhole anywhere.
I'm not sure if they're like solely in the United States or not, but I've seen other videos of sinkholes like just like happening, and they like that. As soon as it starts, it's quick. You don't have time. Like if anyone was there, they would not have any time to react.
Yeah. I think maybe we don't have them because we're just a long, rocky coast. Basically,
Maybe.
with a mountain range along the middle. So.
Yeah, I'm saying like once it starts, you have no time to react. So if anyone was there, they would have been like they would have fallen into the sinkhole.
Yeah.
So, but that is crazy. Like, yeah, it's like
That is
massive
crazy.
seconds.
Holy shit, though. What if it was a match, right?
Yeah, I'm saying it's like, yeah, I'm saying like if there had been anyone there, you'd be dealing with at best injuries.
Yeah.
So, like, there's
Do they close up again as well?
they'd have to basically because it's built on top of a mine, so they'd have to like reinforce that. They'd have to go down into that mine and reinforce it. So they could like fix like they can't just like fill the hole in or anything. They have to reinforce it.
Yeah, but if a sinkhole happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does it just fall down, or does it also close?
It just folds down. Like, basically, it's a gigantic hole there.
Yeah.
So you basically just can't just fill it in, and they expand. So basically, like once it's like it goes from like an epicenter and just goes out, and you have like a hole, like a literally giant hole where stuff that's on the surface sinks. That's why it's called a sinkhole.
Yeah. Okay.
But like because it's built on top of a mine, they'd have to go down into what used to be that mine, and like they'd have to reinforce that whole area so they could fix the top. So, yeah, as Trey pointed out, they can also be way bigger, depending on where they happen. So,
Yeah.
but like it has an epicenter, and kind of like just like from there.
Imagine if they happen right under a house.
It's happened.
Just swallows a house in seconds.
It's happened. Not maybe not necessarily swallowing a whole house, but it's like happened underneath structures where it's swallowed. That's like part of that structure.
Oh.
So, yeah, like the one they swallow cars. Cars have like fallen in them. Yeah, for instance, they happen here in Florida. Yeah, so like so I've seen it like swallow structures, cars, trees. Yeah. But thankfully, no one was there.
It's weird how you guys have a lot more different natural phenomenons, I guess, if you want to call it that, than we have.
We're like, I think it's because like North America, just in general, is basically a hodgepodge of different environmental terrains.
Yeah, we never even get tornadoes at all.
So like, there's the Midwest gets tornadoes. You got Florida with the hurricanes, like like that, like southeast parts. California with the earthquakes.
Yeah, we've had some earthquakes, but they've been like tiny. But hurricanes we do get though.
There's an account I kind of follow on Instagram where this British man visited America, and he basically he posts videos correcting Brits' perception of basically like outsiders' perception of like Americans, and we're not well traveled and shit like that. And he's like, because America is so fucking huge, we don't have to travel out of the country because we can just travel to another state and it's like a whole new world to us.
I saw an article a few years ago about Norway being sued by tourists. An American sued Norway because he had gone to Norway to see the midnight sun. And when he got here, it was the same sun they have in the US.
Did he not realize why it's called that?
No, he didn't. And another one complained that he didn't get to see the trolls.
Okay, Americans, you're not fucking helping our case.
Because it said Norway, home of the trolls, on the brochure.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm not kidding. This happened.
Yeah. I'm not saying it didn't. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just like, people who are like complaining about other countries' perception of like dumb Americans abroad. You're not helping our fucking case.
Yeah, and a German guy had complained something about he had complained saying that it was impossible that we had, a moose in Norway, the animal.
Yeah, I know what a moose is.
He claimed that was a fable animal. So he claimed we were misinforming him, and they were like showing him pictures of a moose and stuff.
We even have moose in Alaska.
Yeah, I mean they have them in Germany. How the hell could you think it was a fable animal? People
are stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, last article before we start wrapping things up. So there's an ancient predatory worm discovered have scientists rethinking the history of life on Earth.
That's Tremors.
So there's right here a Selkirkia. It's pronounced Searing or Tearing. So it's TS. Fossil found in a collection from the Fazawata Formation of Morocco. So this creature right here.
If it's in I don't know.
It says 500 million years ago, the world was a very different place. Basically, all life lived in the water, which held a lot of animals that looked pretty different from the ones we recognize today. One of these was a group of predatory worms with throats covered in spines, hooks, and teeth to trap their prey. Little mini dune worms. They built tubes around themselves and lived inside of them, waiting for their next victim to crawl by. These worms are pretty small, but if you're an invertebrate crawling along the seafloor, this thing is like a nightmare. Just like predatory features all being pushed out of its throat at you. So, let me see if they have like a...
Reminds me of the worm in Empire Strikes Back.
Mm-hmm. Well, it reminds me more of like Dune, based on the spines, teeth, and hooks. Scientists have known for a while that these approximately 1-inch-long terrors lived during the Cambrian period, roughly 500 million years ago. But at the end of the Cambrian period was marked by a mass extinction. So other researchers thought that these worms had been left behind like much of the other marine life at the time. But a paper recently published in the Journal of Biology Letters by non-glue and a paleobiologist showed examples of new species of this worm in the fossil record 25 million years after researchers thought they had vanished from the Earth. Non-glue says this finding may change how scientists understand life in different periods of Earth's ancient history. So from the biological perspective, maybe some of these boundaries are a little more fuzzy than we previously thought, which is pretty cool. It's about an inch long, little mini dune worm. And for the longest time, according to this article, at least considered that it just vanished in that mass extinction. Now possibly survived it, and or at least evolved to the point where we're seeing traces of it millions of years later. Maz's missing seashell. Hello. Maz exists, so yes. Hello. But there it is. So a little mini dune worm that lived in the Cambrian period 500 million years ago, and chances are evolved. Which makes us rethink what other creatures could have possibly evolved and not disappeared in that mass extinction.
Yeah. I think sharks and gators and crocodiles are the only ones we know for sure.
Yeah. But I thought that was pretty cool. Like it's like this article, cool. Like it makes like rethink what possibly happened. Yep. So where's Perkham when we need him? Yeah.
Well, they killed them.
Maybe the Mongolian death worm. I mean, did it evolve to a point where there's like now an ant, like basically a descendant of this worm living today?
Gives me a D&D idea.
Oh, fucking hell. But anyway.
Thank you.
But there it is, chat. Those are the articles I have for you all today.
Yeah. I like these streams. They're fun.
Life before dinosaurs really good. That's another thing that reminds me that my family has. My dad has a what are they called? Trilobite? Like a little fossilized imprint of I believe a trilobite. So they're fascinating. Like basically if you look at the evolution of creatures and over the different periods and through the dinosaur age and beyond.
Soul Assassin, I will be checking out that documentary if I can find it. Stuff like that is awesome to watch.
Yeah. But thank you, chat. And again, tomorrow I'm going to try to remember to show you guys the fossilized dinosaur dung that we got from my mom, semi as a gag gift, but it's like she loved it. We still have it. Tomorrow on stream, because my plan is, should the servers be back up and working for the First Descendant, playing through that game. I played some of it offline yesterday because I did not have time to stream, and just get a feel for how the game operates. And I'm enjoying it. It's basically pretty much a Korean version of Destiny with some other game elements mixed in. Pretty much. But I'm overall enjoying it. It's a nice multiplayer game to add to the roster with other people. So thank you, Citizen Ronan. Before I go into...
speaking of games, I actually beat Fallout New Vegas for the first time this week. Proud of myself. Woo.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like level 21 when I beat it. So
yes.
Woo.
I got it on sale on Steam, and I've yet to play it. Probably X-Defiant. Just because I'm not sure. Given that tomorrow's July 4th, and I basically I'll be hanging out with family, if I'm going to feel like playing Elden Ring tomorrow, but Elden Ring will definitely be Friday and Saturday. Elden Ring will definitely be Friday and Saturday. Yeah, because I got the battle pass for the new season for X Defiance, so I might play that so you can, because they added new maps, I believe. There's Capture the Flag mode that was added. New characters that you either just buy in-game currency. Where you buy and buy them, where you do like a major challenge. Closed early today to do errands for the 4th, and then wanted to hop on. I saw your comment in Lethal's Discord because I was going to possibly play First Ascendant this afternoon offline to progress a little bit in. And then I saw your comment. I'm like, well, shit. And then I saw Chunk's comment in my Discord server. I'm like, yeah, their servers are all types of fucks. And I saw Biggles hopped on. I don't know if he's able to play or not on through Steam. I got the notification, so I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, yes, this is my Kick and my Twitch. I'll be both places tomorrow, dual streaming. So yeah, but anything else you want to add, Steve, before I do my outro or coming up?
No. Big thanks to everyone in the chat for contributing and being good company, and thank you for having me on the stream, Maura, because this is always fun.
You're welcome. But like I said, tomorrow the plan is First Ascendant. If not, then most likely X Defiance, just to basically chill, relax, and hang out with you all. July 4th evening.
I have one more thing. Everyone sub to Gravy D's channel. He's streaming games now, and it's fun to watch.
Yes.
He's playing retro games, so everyone go sub to Gravy D. But Friday and Saturday will be Elden Ring in the evenings. Playing a couple of hours. Basically, I'm just like leveling up, killing shits, so I can defeat Margit, the Fell. Sunday, unless anything changes, Talk Nerdy to Us will be on my channel, and I'm planning on it to be hopefully a fun Talk Nerdy to Us, because it is July 4th weekend essentially. Oh yes, Money in the Bank is Saturday. Shit, so no Elden Ring stream Saturday, because I'll be doing a watch party of Money in the Bank, and that starts around 7 or 7:30 my time. Never even heard of that one.
It's a wrestling event.
Oh, thought it was a movie.
Nope.
Sorry.
Wrestling event. Well, I still technically stuck on Margit, but I stopped because I decided to go other places to level up first. So I have been doing shit. I haven't been like Beardo where I'm wandering around. So I'm going cleaning out areas and so forth. But yeah, Money in the Bank is Saturday, so I'll be doing a watch party of that. And this is my Discord where that watch party is happening. So tomorrow, either First Ascendant or X Defiant. Friday, Elden Ring. Saturday, Discord watch party for the wrestling event. Sunday, Talk Nerdy to Us. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. So on that note, about 5 minutes to 10 p.m. for me. I'm going to call it here so I can take my dog out and then pass out, since it's been a long day, and I have a headache from the heat and the allergies from mowing. So,
you know what?
Oh, does he lash out at criticism?
What if a prostitute does the mowing? That would be homeowing, wouldn't it?
I really need to get a clip of like a badum, like a badum. He does lash out at criticism. Wow.
It just popped into my head. Sorry.
No, I'm saying wow to Beardo. I'm saying wow to the Beardo comment, not your wow. Wow, your shit is weird. I'm saying wow to like Beardo lashing out.
Also, if pirate spots Paris Hilton walking on the beach, he'll yell "land ho," right?
You try to get him to ban you, but he won't. I think he's just a glutton for punishment. I really just think he is. Like, he lashes out the criticism, but I think he secretly just gets off on it. And Trey's still stuck on the fact that you don't like They Live.
Yeah, I thought it was mediocre.
Anyway, but there it is, chap. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, have a good rest of your day or evening wherever you are in the world, and we will see you all next week for our own personal top 10 lists of movies in the year 1989.
Yeah.
So,
There's gonna be a few crossovers there, I think, especially in the top 3.
possibly. We'll see. I have to go through I have to go through the list of movies that came out that year. So take care, everyone. Stay safe, and remember, the best fudge, all right, is in Uranus. Peace.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.